Hey guys, so if you watched one of my earlier videos, I did a review of this hot water camping shower, and I said that I had some plans of making a shower area for it in the future, and today is that day, and as you guessed it, this will be the camping area. So let's give it a shot. All right, so the first problem that we have is that if you're on any kind of incline, you'll see these element doors, they actually don't hold very well. And that was the problem with my last element too that I had. It just doesn't hold whatever mechanism. So you would think just swinging the doors open, you'll have a nice open area, but that's only the case if you're really, really flat. I'm on my driveway, so that's not the case. What I have here is a shower curtain rod, and I'll leave a link in the description because you don't want one that's too big, but of course one that's not too small, it won't fit, right? So it's just a compression rod. Okay, and there's like this wide rubbery thing on both sides. So that's going to work out very nicely to hold open my area. And even when you're not in shower mode, of course, this is going to work very well to keep your doors open if you want to have this area to relax and maybe put a top or something. But that's a future video. Um, so we're going to use this Bouge RV hot water shower. But what we really need to do is to have a shower area over here, right? And as always, I'm going to be making stuff up as I go along. But I have this right here, which is a shower changing room for a boat. So they do make them for boats. You know, it's like a little square room where it looks like this. So it's like a little area where people could change or take a shower. All right, so let's set it up and see what it looks like. All right, so I got the shower up and you can see it's tied, and there's some Velcro too for the shorter places. There you could use Velcro, but back there I put it on my rack just like that. All right, I think it looks pretty good. All right, let's try it out. Zip it. All right, it's a little short, but I think it's okay. And you could kind of pull it taut a little bit more to make it a little bit higher. Let's see. All right, let's go in. All right, I think there's actually a really decent amount of room up here. You know, it will touch my head, but you know, that's okay, right? No big deal. I think it's gonna be all right. Uh, Down here, look at, you know, there's plenty of space for me to take a shower, and of course, I could still just crawl back into the car. And here's where I'm going to keep the water heater shower dispenser right there. So all the plumbing will just kind of come down underneath that. I think that's going to work out great. And of course, you're probably not always going to shower on nice pavement like this. So I got this so that you could keep your feet nice and clean while you're showering. And if you're thinking, hey, can't I use that as a canopy too? I think you can. Let's try it. So yes, I think you could use it as a canopy, definitely. Put a chair out and to hold the canopy in place, I'll just use this magnet right there. Some magnets for this side too. That'll keep it in place. All right. This will give me a chance to try out my new chair too. I was going to try this chair on my camping trip, but we can give it a shot right now. It's a 360 swivel chair, and it's small. It's compact. It's by T-Sec, and I have a couple of their chairs already, and they actually all worked pretty good. Really compact. All right. Let's see, how do you open this? Okay. All right. Pops out pretty easy. See, these chairs you don't have to assemble. You just extend it out. And this one has a high back. Oh, dang. A little pillow too. All right. Swivel. All right. Not too bad. It's like a little private canopy area. So it's not super big or anything like that. But it'll give you some shade. A new swivel chair is going to work out well too. All right. Cool. Let's go back to the shower. See how I pack this thing up. It just uses these little buttons. Push. Okay, this guy. Velcro. Keep it in place. Fold in the legs. Or the back. All right, pretty good. All right, cool. Well, that was it's their high back chair with a swivel, so that was pretty big, and it packs up pretty small. That's pretty cool. So now we're gonna get back to the shower. All right, so here's the hot water shower. If you haven't seen the video for the review of this, you can click the link up there. I don't want to do another review, but it actually worked out great. So I would just keep it here, push it on the other side like that, and then we can start our shower. All right, and of course we got that plate for me to put my feet on, and we could have a nice shower. Okay, so I could stand up with, and my head will touch, but that's okay. You know, no big deal. And I think that's going to work out great. Shower and canopy, and yes, bathroom too. So let's try that. For the toilet, I'll leave a link in the description for one of these too, but it's a pretty easy toilet. You just open this thing up, put in the center plate, and that holds the structure. And put it in there. And you do what you need to do. So one drawback is that it may not be low enough. So if that's the case, we could solve that problem pretty easily by just simply lowering this. So we could just lower the bar, and then you could have some privacy. All right, so now that you guys seen how well it works, so let's pack everything up and see how well it packs up. All right, this I'm gonna put right here. At least that's what I was hoping. Ugh. A little tight, but it will go there. Seems good. For this, I just plan to keep this underneath the car seat. That actually fits pretty well. It just sits underneath there. And this guy, he's just gonna go right there. But I do want to bring him. All right, so that's pretty good. So now I need to find a way to store this rod. And what I want to do is make a little mount for it right here. And I'm thinking also, I have this basket here. And I'm probably gonna make this little basket right there also while I'm at it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a mount for this rod so that it could just go here on this door somehow. And then, you'll close with the door, open, whatever. So I need some kind of strap that'll hold this in. I'm probably going to use some Velcro. Let's give that a shot. All right, so I just got some Velcro right here. All right, I got the two Velcros in. Unfortunately, I realized I needed to move the top Velcro up higher. All right, with those, I think we could put this in. And that should hold this so that it'll close the door. That's important. All right. Of course, as long as it's underneath this, it'll be able to close the door. So that'll keep this nice and secure out of the way. And I think that's a really good spot for it. So really, this is my whole shower bathroom area that's just taken up by this space right here that I could put right here and this rod right here. I think that's going to work out really well. All right, so while I was looking at this space, I see a little opportunity here for me to put this basket right here. And of course, yes, the door will still close as long as I'm above this area right here within this area. I could have a little storage basket too. So let's install this. All right, this is like a very convenient and well placed storage. Make sure the door closes. Good. Let's look at it from the inside, what it looks like. All right, so here's a look at what it looks like on the inside. You can see the pole fits really well, perfect. The basket out of the way. I have a little bit of extra storage space now too. All right, that's gonna be good. Slight change in design. So now that the basket's in, that's a really good place for me to put in the rod. And I moved this over here so that it won't be sticking out so much. You can see it's much more flush. And let me tell you why that's important. It's because before I didn't have the seat pushed all the way back, but now that I do, the rod would have been right here, and you could see it would have been caught right there. But now that the seat's pushed all the way back, you could see the rod could still move a little bit, so it's not being pressed. So that's good. Some improvement. Now it's Miller time.